Marco and Rebecca Barkheimer call North Little Rock, Arkansas home. Rebecca drives a school bus and Marco is a welder. But several years ago, they were not making as much as they do now and couldn't pay their bills.
It was a very dark time. It was very depressing. It just seemed like this heaviness, this burden. It was embarrassing too, not being able to pay your bills and having to let everything go.
Every once in a while, I'd have to borrow some money to get by on, and then I had to turn around and pay that back. So that was also making it a little bit more stressful.
Then Rebecca learned something on the 700 Club.
I didn't know how to budget. I had no clue about budgeting. I didn't even know what budgeting looked like. I know that you got money, you paid your bills, and that was it. It was Gordon who had talked about paying off the smaller amounts first, and literally started with the smallest one, started paying on it, was consistent with my payments, paid it off, and then went to the next one and went to the next, and on down the list. I didn't feel like the bills now were controlling me. I now controlled my bills.
Rebecca asked Marco if they could tithe to their church and give to CBN. Marco agreed.
When she said she wanted to start giving to CBN, I said, baby, you do what's best with our money.
Immediately, their financial situation changed.
When I realized that I could not only pay my bills, but to pay them on time, I just wanted to cry, because this was God working this. He was taking that little bit that we were giving and turning it into something amazing. He was showing us that He does work. He was showing us that you can trust Him. He was showing us that giving does work.
It was a welcome blessing, knowing that I didn't have to go and beg and borrow to try to survive anymore.
Then the Barkheimers doubled their giving to CBN. Shortly after, Marco got a raise and Rebecca was promoted to supervisor of all the school bus routes.
Now we can afford these extras. We were able to purchase things that we didn't think we could, and it was with cash. It wasn't going into debt. It was money that we had left over after paying our bills. This is really happening to us. We're just two people, ordinary individuals, and God has really shown His blessing and His favor on us for being obedient. He came through. You know, you can't outdo God. You just can't.